Sometimes we hear nightmare stories of foreigners coming here and having a bad experience. And this story is about a woman from Albania who came here to China, and she's telling you her story so that you don't make the same mistakes that she did and you don't fall for these scams or these bad situations.
Okay, please tell us the story of your scam.
Yeah, like when I first came to China.
Egg all
So
over
I
this whole
came
sandwich.
here and they provided me the Z visa because of course I have a degree and stuff like that. But the thing is that I always thought that I have the working visa for teaching, but I did not know that I actually had a working visa as a financier, as an economist.
This is a very common thing that companies do.
They never told me, so I went to the police station to get the residency permit, and I told them the whole truth, like for how long had I been in China for, what was my salary and everything, what was I doing here, and they kept my passport. They told me, okay, come like after a week, we're gonna call you and you can come and take your residency permit, your passport and everything. And it actually was the day right after my birthday. My boss called me. We had to go early in the morning. It was snowing, and they told me, they kind of set up like a situation where they told me, you're coming with us, we need to have a medical check with you. And I was like, I've done that, what do you need it for? I just came here to pick up my passport. And they said, don't worry, it's just a thing that should be done. And meanwhile, they were actually just checking if I was on drugs or anything like that, I guess. And they told me, you are under arrest because you've been working here illegally. And I just freaked out. Like, I had no idea what was going on. I had to talk to somebody. I had nobody I knew with me anymore because I don't know, they had sent my boss where, I don't really know where. And I just started to cry. I was like, I need to talk to someone. You have no right to do this to me when I have no idea what is going on. And they told me that we will explain you everything. If you collaborate with us, we're gonna give you the right of a phone call. And I was like, I have that right. What do you mean you're gonna give me the right? I don't know what's going on. I need to talk to someone. And they said, you're gonna talk to your embassy soon. But actually I talked to them like after 2 days or something. And I told them what was going on. And then later that night or the next morning, I really don't remember, my boss came and told me everything, how the truth was, and that they didn't even know anything. Not even my boss knew that I was in the wrong visa. But I think that's because my boss was just a beginner in this like company. He had just opened the company and he didn't even know what a visa was. Like, can you imagine that? And I had to stay in prison for almost 5 days. Yeah, 4 days and a half. It was terrible. I would just cry the whole day. I was so worried about my mom and my family. What did they know? What were they thinking? And apparently they had just panicked. They wanted to come to China and see what was going on. And then my boss told me not to worry because she would pay money to get me out of there because, you know, China. But still, I would like spend 2 more months in China with the wrong visa. Like, basically, they gave money. They would give money to the police and they would pretend like this never happened. China, right? But I just was absolutely freaked out because I had no idea what had happened, why that had happened, and stuff like that. But now, hopefully, I'm glad I'm in the right visa. I'm not illegal anymore.
Yeah. What was the prison like?
What was it like? They didn't treat me like bad. They were actually, especially, I was in like this big room with 8 or 9 other women. I don't know what they were there for. But when I think of Chinese people, Chinese girls, I don't really think that they make anything terrible to go to prison. Because, I don't know. But I don't know what they were there for, but they couldn't speak any English. They would always just come to me and be like, don't cry. I guess that's what they were telling me. They would take so much care of me to eat and stuff like that. But there was this disgusting thing that the room, the prison was like divided with a wall, but not entirely, like just a little bit. And then we had a squad toilet over there. So basically we could see everything that me or the other woman would do over there. We would eat while seeing someone doing whatever she had to do in the toilet, and that was just disgusting.
Yeah.
It was a terrible experience, and
Could you buy anything?
but still,
Like
and what I
snacks?
mean, it's a prison.
Well, no, we were told one time that if you're a girl, that you could give 100 UN to the guards, and they would provide you with clean water or toilet
Oh,
paper.
really? I didn't even have the chance to have a shower. I just washed my hair in the little sink we had, and like I would just use like a sponge for my body.
I don't know how you
I think it was
have a
no,
shower
it
or
wasn't Alexa.
anything at all.
You'd be if you're in the cell, you don't have any.
It was someone else
It
at
was
another
terrible,
company.
terrible.
Well,
I didn't sign up for that when
No.
I first came here.
who would?
And you wanted to go back to that company.
Like I want to go back because now the whole the thing is that I talked to one of the big bosses of that company, which was American, but now he has gone. He's not there anymore. And I told him about the whole experience, and I didn't even get a reply from him. Not even a reply. And they were like convincing me to stay there for another year, and I was like, after that, what happened? You want me to stay here? And he didn't even say we're sorry for what happened or anything like that. Nothing, absolutely nothing. But now the company seems to have changed a lot.
Right.
Like all the people, all the idiots, all the assholes have gone, and the new crew seems to be really like nice and full of responsibilities.
I do know one thing that they say: make sure that your visa, if you're a teacher, make sure your visa says a teacher and you have a teaching certificate. So.
It's a common thing because they're only allowed to have so many teachers, and they want more. So then they'll say that you're doing something else, so they can have more.
So, do you have any advice for anyone who goes to prison?
Be cool. Keep calm.
My advice to anybody who wants to teach in China is make sure that the company you're with applies for your visa and puts you down as a teacher, not a finance expert, not a cook, not something unrelated, and make sure they give you a foreign expert certificate. Companies can provide this for you if they are a reputable school. You can ask the company to see the foreign expert certificate. It looks a little bit like a passport.